And thank you for joining us. I'm Beth Jones. First tonight, Brewer police have arrested a man for drug furnishing in a drug-free zone. According to Brewer police, 2 officers spotted 37-year-old Abraham Frederick, who had 2 active warrants for his arrest at that time. The officers approached Frederick on Rinfret Street and told him to stop. Police say that's when Frederick began reaching inside his pants and allegedly throwing packaged drugs onto the roof of an apartment building as the officers approached him. They say he was taken into custody after a brief struggle. The officers then used a ladder to retrieve the alleged drugs, which tested positive for fentanyl. The incident occurred directly across from a playground on a Brewer Housing Authority property. It was approximately 90 feet from a sign that posted the area as a drug-free zone, which calls for enhanced penalties for drug trafficking. Frederick is charged with aggravated furnishing drugs, refusing to submit to arrest, and falsifying physical evidence. He was also booked on those 2 outstanding warrants. Well, the trial for a 19-year-old Waterville man accused of alleged ISIS-inspired plans to conduct a violent attack in Chicago has been postponed. Xavier Pelkey was indicted on charges of conspiracy to provide material support to terrorists and possession of unregistered destructive devices. The trial was originally scheduled to begin today with jury selection, but was postponed after the government provided additional discovery pertaining to the conspiracy charge. Both the defense and prosecution agreed to a postponement until February 7th to allow time to work with that new evidence. Well, we've certainly had some challenging weather lately, and many areas are dealing with flooding now. Take a look at this picture from Fort Fairfield Police Department's Facebook page. According to Chief Matthew Cummings, North Caribou Road remains closed because of floodwaters across that road. He asks that people obey the signs and not try to cross the water. Cummings says that the water is starting to recede, but the road is still not passable. Well, Waldo County officially has a new sheriff. A swearing-in ceremony was held this morning for Sheriff Jason Trundy, as well as Chief Deputy Matthew Curtis. During the ceremony, a retirement badge was also presented to former Sheriff Jeffrey Trafton. Family, friends, and fellow law enforcement attended the ceremony. Jason Trundy was elected sheriff by voters back in November. Well, several waterfront businesses are challenging their town's limit on the number of cruise ship passengers allowed to disembark. In November, Bar Harbor voters approved a limit of 1,000 incoming passengers per day to the popular tourist destination. The federal lawsuit filed last week contends that limit is, quote, draconian and arbitrary and violates the Constitution as well as maritime law. Town officials expected a lawsuit over the ordinance, which was adopted by town voters who say they are fed up with congestion. Alrighty, folks, well, let's hit pause here, take a look outside and see what's coming our way weather-wise with a first check of our forecast.
All right, Beth, thank you. Happy Tuesday. Look at the temperatures today, right? 41 here in Bangor, 39 Millinocket, the average high 28. All of us were above that today. And we'll do it again tomorrow with rain, followed by much colder air getting in here on Thursday. Outside now, some light rain showers across the region. Nothing big or heavy, but there is a lot of moisture heading our direction in several waves. So round 1 comes through tonight. We'll get some more light rain showers tomorrow with some more heavier rain showers getting in here later tomorrow night into Thursday. And on Thursday, we're going to change over to some snow, and that snow could be locally heavy on Thursday afternoon. Okay, so our forecast then tonight, though, we're talking about mostly cloudy skies, some light rain showers out there, temperatures well above freezing, all rain with lows in the mid-30s. Beth?
Alrighty, Jeff, thanks so much. Still to come on Fox 22 News at 10. The South China community rallies behind one of their own who is recovering from injuries following an accident. And how the Bangor Public Library plans on using American Rescue Plan Act funds to make some improvements. We'll have those stories and more local news when we come right back.
come stop by Triple S Tag Shop, 315 Hamden Road, Carmel, for quality clothing and equestrian gear.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover-Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance. Browse our inventory online or in person. Whether it's a car, truck, or SUV, we can put you in the vehicle that is right for you. Sales, service, and parts. Rowell's Garage. Doing business the right way every day. Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of a gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor. Brought to you by Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor, Prouty Auto Body in Dover-Foxcroft, Twin City Tile and Brewer, and Twin City Tint in Brewer. Compete all season long for the grand prize trip for two to Hawaii. It's You Pick'em NFL at foxbangor.com.
I don't care how rich or famous they are, they will play by our rules.
I just want to feel like I'm worth something.
Special Forces World's Toughest Test, January 4th on Fox.
You can join Fox 22 and ABC 7 online at foxbangor.com. Be a part of the conversation on Twitter and join our Facebook family at Fox ABC Maine. Follow, like, watch. Download the new Fox Bangor app from the App Store or Google Play and get your news anytime, anywhere.
Welcome back. After world-famous singer Celine Dion came out in December announcing she's developed a disorder called stiff person syndrome, a Steuben woman is sharing her story of what it's like living with this rare neurological condition. Our Matthew Jurancic shares that story.
It's like there was a nail down through my foot, and I was literally, and someone had put a nail through my foot, and I was stuck.
Over a short period of time, Steuben resident Denise Huntington went from enjoying nature with her husband to being transferred to a hospital and not being able to move.
I went into the bedroom to take off my top and change, and all of a sudden I went over by the bed, and he had gone out of the room, and I said, Herb, is my husband's name, I can't move.
According to the National Institute of Neurological Disorders and Stroke, affiliated with the National Institute of Health, stiff person syndrome is a rare neurological disorder that creates stiffness throughout the body, greater sensitivity to noise and emotion, and often leading to muscle spasms. The disorder is so rare that 1 in 1 million people are diagnosed with the disorder. A person diagnosed with stiff person syndrome affects how an individual walks on a day-to-day basis, but that's not the only thing it affects.
It's like all of a sudden I don't know what's happened and my whole body will go into spasms, and my neck will start going like this and that, and I'll start getting a severe headache. The minute that I wake up, what's really hard for me is like, how am I going to get through another day of doing nothing but spinning and in pain and nowhere to turn.
The road has been a little rocky since her diagnosis, simply because some doctors just don't know much about this disorder.
Don't let anyone tell you what your gut instinct is telling you and your body's telling you. You hold on to that and you fight for yourself.
Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, the South China community has rallied together after learning that a fellow community member is recovering from serious injuries following an accident. Remy Pettengill was transported to Maine Medical Center Friday evening after he and 3 other young people were involved in a car crash. Remy's family updated community members on his condition today, saying Remy is heavily sedated in an effort to allow his body to rest from a surgery. South China community members are sending well wishes to the Pettengill family.
For us to come together and make it very clear, we're not coming together for mourning or grief. We're coming together in hope. And we're coming together with optimism to put as much of our prayers and positive energies towards Remy's recovery.
The 3 other young people involved in the crash are now back in school. China Middle School and Erskine Academy are working together as gift card drop-off locations to support the Pettengill family while Remy remains in the hospital. To learn more ways to support the family, you can visit foxbangor.com. Well, helping to make sure no child goes hungry, Full Plates, Full Potential is teaming up with Brickyard Hollow for Pizza with Potential, a fundraiser fighting childhood hunger and food insecurity. Johnny Maffey has the story from Yarmouth.
Brickyard Hollow is teaming up with other restaurants this year for a pizza fundraiser to try to bring the amount of kids in Maine with food insecurity to 0. Something groups involved tell me is absolutely within reach.
Our food industry, the rate it's growing and the way Portland is a foodie town, we need to figure out how to solve these problems at the local level.
Here's how it works. Brickyard Hollow is going to donate $1 for every pizza of the month they sell. This month, the pizza is from Wilson County Barbecue. And in turn, Wilson County Barbecue donates $1 of every Brickyard beer of the month they sell. This money and awareness helps attack the short-term and long-term problems. Full Plate says as many as 1 in 5 kids in Maine have food insecurity, a number they're confident they can bring down.
That's insane. That's insane.
Every single one of those children matters, and it's not a huge number that we're talking about. This is not, pie in the sky saying we think we could end childhood. It's not. This is absolutely doable. It takes the political will. It takes a lot of collaboration.
Brickyard Hollow has done stuff like this before, but they wanted more.
Hey, let's put our competition aside and let's come together to try to do something more important than just sell food. And it's been incredible.
The awareness this raises turns into education so Full Plates can teach people about the big picture.
If we're not looking at the long term, all we're talking about is Band-Aids.
Brickyard Hollow has other collaborations lined up for the next few months. Full Plates is hoping for more businesses to get involved.
We want to solve childhood hunger. I mean, that should not exist.
And that was Johnny Maffey reporting. Coming up on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, the House of Representatives won't proceed with any business until it elects a speaker, and that task has ignited a bitter conflict among House Republicans. And as a new variant of COVID-19 emerges in the U.S., CDC data reveals it is spreading rapidly. Those stories and more when the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22 comes right back.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Realtors at Morrison & Company with Next Home Experience have been serving satisfied clients since 2016. With more than $25 million in sales for 2022 alone, we hold the expertise to get you from under contract to closing during this very personal experience. Our modern and hands-on approach will get you where you want to be, faster and with less hassle. Call us today for your real estate options.
Dad, not another showing.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals, and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
Are you fed up with high prices at the pump? Do monthly utility bills drain your wallet?
If you're nodding your head yes, Renewal by Andersen is your best solution. They custom build and install weather-tight replacement windows and back them with a generous, fully transferable limited warranty.
Call now to schedule your free design consultation. Plus, take advantage of this limited time offer with incredible savings and attractive financing. Don't miss out. Call Renewal by Andersen today.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
There's one number you need to know. It's called Joe.
Welcome back. Republicans have taken over the House, but there's still no GOP leader in place as the next House Speaker because the party can't agree on who should hold the gavel. Fox's Lauren Blanchard has a closer look at where things stand.
Kevin McCarthy needs a majority of votes with his name on it, but now rounds into voting, and his grip on the party is starting to slip. Patiently and then not. Newly elected representatives and their families waited through 3 rounds of votes for the Speaker of the House. Instead, the 118th House of Representatives adjourning Tuesday evening with no winner of the gavel and no one taking the oath of office.
I have the record for the longest speech ever on the floor. I don't have a problem getting a record for the most votes for Speaker, too.
The Republican Party's messy infighting spilling over.
The Republican dysfunction is what it is: chaos, crisis, and confusion, along with craziness.
Even the House clerks that have to tally all 434 votes each round started to grow weary.
My hand's starting to cramp.
A small group of Republicans say Kevin McCarthy is too close to the establishment.
If you want to drain the swamp, you cannot put the biggest alligator in charge of the exercise. I'm a Florida man and I know of what I speak.
In the first 2 rounds, 19 Republicans voted for someone other than McCarthy. In the third, 20 Republicans had jumped ship, rallying around Ohio's Jim Jordan, who himself supports McCarthy.
If you can't close this deal, at what point do members start looking elsewhere?
The House will return at noon Eastern on Wednesday to vote for a 4th time. What's unclear is if McCarthy will have been able to sway any votes by then. In Washington, Lauren Blanchard, Fox News.
Meanwhile, embattled incoming Republican Congressman George Santos is getting ready to be sworn in, but he could face some challenges after he confessed to lying about parts of his professional, education, and personal background. Fox's Madeline Rivera reports from Washington.
Republican Congressman-elect George Santos avoided a throng of reporters standing outside of his office Tuesday. His future in Congress remains in question, shrouded in scrutiny, as he battles allegations that he misled the public about his past.
New Yorkers deserve better. Our conference deserves better.
Santos has admitted to lying about graduating from college and has confessed about never working directly for Goldman Sachs and Citigroup. He's facing investigations from federal and local prosecutors. Now, Brazilian authorities say they're planning to revive fraud charges against him from 2008, when a 19-year-old Santos allegedly bought items at a clothing store with a stolen checkbook, according to the New York Times. As multiple House Democrats call for Santos' resignation, several Republicans are also slamming his credibility.
His conduct is embarrassing and unbecoming, and it is certainly a distraction.
Complicating the issue, though, was House Minority Leader Kevin McCarthy's daunting bid for Speaker. He's fighting for every Republican vote, and Santos is vowing to support him.
Santos, McCarthy.
Any challenge regarding Santos may have to wait until after the Speaker vote is complete. Once the House swears in Santos, it could also move to expel him, so it could be a doozy of a few days on Capitol Hill. In Washington, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
And in other news tonight, Idaho slaying suspect Brian Kohberger making his first court appearance today, formally agreeing to be extradited. In the coming days, he'll be returned to Moscow, Idaho to face murder charges. This as Indiana police released video of a traffic stop that took place as authorities were investigating the quadruple murder. Fox's Alexis McAdams has more from outside the courthouse in Stroudsburg, Pennsylvania.
New video emerging of Indiana State Police pulling over Idaho murder suspect Brian Kohberger. At the time of this December 15th traffic stop, the 28-year-old and his dad were in the white Hyundai Elantra at the center of the quadruple murder. The pair telling the trooper they had just been pulled over minutes earlier, both troopers letting them off with a warning. The father and son making that cross-country road trip from Washington to Kohberger's family home in Pennsylvania about a month after the slayings of Xander Kernodle, Maddie Mogan, Kaylee Gonsalves, and Ethan Chapin.
Yeah, it's a long haul.
Tuesday afternoon, Kohberger appeared before a judge in eastern Pennsylvania days after he was arrested at his parents' house. Wearing that red jail jumpsuit, he acknowledged that he's facing 4 counts of first-degree murder and a burglary charge. The criminology PhD student showing little emotion as he signed papers waiving extradition.
Having read those documents and the sealed affidavits of probable cause, I definitely believe that one of the main reasons the defendant chose to waive extradition and hurry his return back to Idaho was the need to know what was in those documents.
Pennsylvania authorities say they have up to 10 days to extradite Kohberger, but are staying tight-lipped on details, citing security concerns.
We're currently working on that in coordination with authorities out in Idaho.
Once Kohberger is back in Idaho, that's when the documents will be unsealed and we'll learn new details about the charges he's facing. Kohberger's attorney says his client is confident he'll be exonerated. Reporting in Monroe County, Pennsylvania, I'm Alexis McAdams, Fox News.
Well, an Idaho judge issuing a gag order in the case late Tuesday night, preventing law enforcement or lawyers from sharing any information about the case with the media or the public. And this next story is nothing short of a miracle. It's what paramedics are saying, the same after saving a family of 4 from the bottom of a cliff in California. Fox's Jesse Gary has the story.
Hovering feet above wreckage and feet from the San Mateo County cliffside, a daring rescue of 4 trapped motorists.
We come out here, unfortunately, all too often for things like this, and this was nothing short of a miracle today that they survived.
Incident Commander Brian Pottinger says around 10:15 Monday morning, 911 calls to first responders of a car over the cliff in the Devil's Slide area.
The car went off the cliff, and there are two parents and 2 children are alive. It's amazing.
Officials say a Tesla carrying a family of 4 traveling southbound on Highway 1 veered off the roadway.
We did have one witness state that the vehicle did veer off the road to the right-hand side, went up into the dirt area, and then proceeded to go off the cliff.
Rescuers say the vehicle dropped 300 feet, coming to rest on the rocks near the ocean. Multiple agencies, including the San Mateo County Sheriff's Office, the CHP, the Coast Guard, and the Pillar Point Harbor Patrol, responded. Once on scene, an army of men and women first responders could see a passenger signaling for help. While rescue helicopters were en route, the decision was made to remove the 2 children by rope. A 9-year-old boy and his 4-year-old sister, both in the back seat, were brought up first.
We made the decision to hoist the children immediately instead of waiting for the ETA on the helicopters to arrive.
Once the children were safe, as many as 3 helicopter pilots from the CHP, the Coast Guard, and the medical transport performed precision maneuvers. They hoisted each adult from the wreckage while maintaining a safe distance from each other and the rocks.
And then they also have their own aircraft frequencies, and they were able to talk to each other to coordinate the airspace and not impede each other during the rescues.
By early afternoon, all 4 passengers were headed to a nearby trauma center, and stopped traffic along Highway 1 was allowed to proceed. The passengers' injuries range from minor to moderate. That's for the children. The adults' injuries are much more severe. The CHP is investigating why the driver veered off the roadway, which led to the crash and subsequent rescue.
Well, a new variant of COVID-19 has emerged in the U.S., and according to the CDC, it's spreading quickly across the country. Fox's Jonathan Seri has more from Atlanta.
The new COVID variants we've been warned about for months are finally emerging, with one quickly becoming dominant. It's called XBB 1.5. The CDC says it now accounts for more than 40% of cases in the U.S. That's up almost 100% from just a week ago. It first emerged in Asia, driving a big spike in cases in the fall. But doctors say there are no indications it's more harmful than earlier versions of Omicron.
They've seen it in Singapore and India before. They've had a lot of infections,
but hospitalizations did not go up very much. So we don't think it causes more severe disease.
The troubling trend comes as the U.S. is set to join a growing list of countries implementing COVID screening for travelers flying in from China. Public health officials say it's in response to a massive surge there, prompting a new warning from the Chinese Foreign Ministry.
We are firmly opposed to attempts to manipulate the COVID-19 measures for political purposes and will take countermeasures based on the principle of reciprocity.
And as the country braces for a post-holiday spike in COVID, flu, and RSV cases, public school students in some cities, including Philadelphia and Boston, are being asked to mask up for the next 10 days, hoping to stop the spread before it becomes a new surge.
I'm just concerned about it because I've heard I know 3 people that already got sick and they're coughing and everything.
The CDC says early data suggests the new COVID vaccine boosters offer strong protection against the new strain. In Atlanta, Jonathan Seri, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, the month of January is Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month, how local firefighters are working to protect their own from the disease. And in sports, Maine hockey got welcomed back to the ice this past weekend at Colgate, and the road trip was less than ideal for the Black Bears. We'll be right back.
I want you to know that we will get your baby back.
Alert, Missing Persons Unit premieres January 8th on Fox.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Are you looking to have some fun, including soaring on Skyrider and the ultimate indoor zip line? Well, come over to Urban Air, Bangor's #1 birthday party destination, located at the Airport Mall. Urban Air has gravity-defying attractions for all ages, including our Warrior Course, trampolines, enormous arcade section, and climbing walls. Call us today to schedule your birthday party. And don't forget, we have endless play memberships available as well. Urban Air, let them fly.
When it comes to winter footwear, warmth, waterproof, and safety matter most. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport and discover the latest in winter boot technology. We've got boots rated from -60 to 0 degrees Fahrenheit to keep your feet warm in any weather. Check out the new materials guaranteed to keep your feet dry. Relieve the anxiety of slipping and falling this winter with the new Navitech with grippers built right into the sole. Just flip it and clip it and you're ready to go. Be prepared this winter. Take the drive today to Comfort Shoes and More in Newport. Come bowl a few games here at Bangor Brewer Bowling Lanes. We're one of the only Candlepin bowling alley centers in Maine, conveniently located in the heart of Brewer. You always have the opportunity to simply bowl for fun. However, you can also join a league. We have youth leagues, adult and senior leagues. Now don't forget, we also host birthday parties for under $100, and gift certificates are also available. Give us a call right away at 989-3798 to make reservations for your birthday party today.
I can name that tune
in one note.
Name that song, girl!
The celebrity musical guessing game is back.
Celebrities, music, and lots of money for charity.
Big names.
I'm terrified.
Big fun.
Yes!
And big cash. And Wednesday, January 11th, one of these celebrities will win it all.
Name that tune.
Yes!
Celebrity Name That Tune. Season premiere Wednesday, January 11th on Fox.
Hello, Maine. This is Steve McKay. Not sure what the weather will be in your neck of the woods, but there's a 100% chance of Luke showing up near you. Next Home Experience is listing and selling homes throughout Maine. Get looped and get sold with Next Home Experience.
There are new concerns for small business owners as some lawmakers push for a ban on the popular TikTok app. Politicians worry the social media platform is being used to spy on Americans, but some business owners say the platform is bringing them big business. Fox's Hillary Vaughn has that story from Capitol Hill.
The time for using TikTok on government-issued phones is ticking down.
This is a safety and security threat to the American people. The Chinese Communist Party is our #1 national security threat, and they are harvesting all of that information.
As some lawmakers continue pushing for a total ban of the platform over fears the Chinese government could use the app to track Americans, new concerns for some small business owners for whom the popular app has become a powerful marketing tool.
If something like that were to happen, it would greatly affect small businesses across the country.
Online card shop Sparks of Joy Co. founder Callie Goodwin was quarantined in her new home, unable to locate cards or stamps. She created her own, and a week later, she had a business. A social media strategist by day, she turned to TikTok.
Or you could shop small and purchase from me. All my cards even come pre-stamped.
Goodwin says she sold over 20,000 cards in the last 2 years. 90% of those sales are from TikTok, something that would not have been in the cards had that video not gone viral.
TikTok is the best one for reaching people that don't already follow you. And so it makes it perfect for reaching potential customers who never would hear about me otherwise.
It was a similar business boom for Kelsey Campion. The chief sequin officer at Fringe & Co. was looking to get the word out about her wearable fun fashion brand when Mardi Gras was canceled during the pandemic. She posted a video of a sequin caftan in June of 2021.
Oh, Lord.
And she says it changed everything overnight.
We went from, 500-600 web visitors a day to 22,000. Watching the sales on my website was wild.
With over 1 billion people on the platform worldwide, Elizabeth Gore with Hello Alice, an organization dedicated to supporting small businesses, says TikTok remains a vital and cost-effective tool for getting more eyes on smaller brands.
You could never pay for something like that, right? That's what really gets special is people fall in love with founders and entrepreneurs. And that, to me, levels the playing field with the big companies.
And experts say any legislation banning TikTok would impact millions of small businesses. In Washington, Hillary Vaughn, Fox Business.
Back here at home, concerned parents and citizens are calling for an update to the Herman school system's policy on which books are and are not allowed in its library. We met with 2 of the parents to discuss what policies they would like to see put in place.
A group of parents in the town of Herman have taken issue with many of the titles in the Herman middle and high school libraries. After a brief overview of the content of the books, the group has now accumulated a list of 83 titles that contain what they call explicit sexual and erotic content.
Unfortunately, it's exposing kids to things that a 13-year-old and a 14-year-old really isn't meant to be reading or watching or listening to.
Danielle Haggerty no longer has any children who attend any of the Herman schools, but she is still in full support of the school's policy being changed. Haggerty says that there needs to be new policies put in place that restrict the sexual content children are exposed to.
That's what we're trying to do, is look at this content just like we would look at TV, would look at the radio, and look at it to see, does this enhance the life of our children? And so far we're finding there are a fair number of books that it does not.
Regina Leonard, a local parent, says that she and other community members think it would be best to remove books from the high school library containing sexual content that would not be suitable for 13 and 14-year-olds at the oldest. However, Leonard says that they don't want to necessarily ban any of the books that are deemed inappropriate under the new policy.
The rating system is based on sexual content within the books. It's not that we're looking at banning any books or a specific genre of books or gender or sexuality. It just is based on sexual content.
We reached out to Micah Grant, the superintendent of schools, and he said he isn't aware of any challenged materials in the schools and that they have not received any challenges to books this year. For ABC 7 and Fox 22, Devin.
Well, the Bangor Public Library has been approved to receive $341,000 in American Rescue Plan Act funds. The library plans to make some improvements in an effort to keep staff safe while helping individuals experiencing a crisis. A.J. Douglas explains.
We're a zero barrier space. Anybody can walk through the door, and we never say, like, okay, well, what are you in the library for today?
The director of the Bangor Public Library says the library should be a safe space for everyone. But in recent years, patrons' repeated outbursts and occasional criminal activity must be addressed.
We've had people who have used illegal drugs in the bathrooms, including overdosing in the bathroom.
You know, the library has been a de facto warming shelter for a number of the homeless, and in order to react to that, the library really needs to get the manpower in there to help.
Penobscot County worked in collaboration with the city of Bangor to approve grant funds in a way that would address those issues, which includes hiring trained professionals for certain situations.
The goal is to really have that social worker be able to support people who are in crisis by referring them to some of the many services that are in the area.
The library will hire an additional staff member plus a trained social worker, as well as install additional security cameras to extend reporting and monitoring services. The future social worker employee would hold a 2-year contract.
People love the library. People come to the library for different services. And I think long term, everybody's goal is for the number of people who are homeless in Bangor to be reduced.
The library should receive its ARPA funds by the end of the month, and staff plans to advertise for the social worker position in the coming weeks. In Bangor, A.J. Douglas, ABC 7, Fox 22.
Well, January is Firefighter Cancer Awareness Month, and according to the Firefighter Cancer Network, cancer is the leading cause of death among first responders since they are exposed to structure fires, wildfires, vehicle fires, and other toxins on the job. Brewer Deputy Fire Chief Eric Turtelot says that they are taking steps to limit the exposure to cancer-causing agents for the 19 firefighters on their staff.
We provide a second set of turnout gear so they're still in service to go on the next call while their gear is being cleaned. Here in the station, like that yellow hose here, we capture the exhaust from the apparatus, so we're not exposing our folks to the diesel exhaust from the trucks.
Turtelot says cancer screenings are also available to firefighters in their department. Alrighty, well, Jeff Weller is coming back with our full 5-day. All the answers. Stay with us.
High temperatures up near 40 again today. We'll do it tomorrow with some rain, but that'll change on Thursday as some snow moves in. Those details when I come back.
General Rental Center has been serving Central Maine with equipment and tool rentals for more than 30 years. Our extensive inventory contains everything you need to get the job done right. Our professional, knowledgeable staff is here to make sure that you get the highest quality rental items to complete your project and that they have been serviced and maintained to the highest standards. Power brooms to get that sand off the lawn, leaf blowers, brush chippers, stump grinders, aerial lifts, tillers, and excavators. We rent most everything. If you don't see it in our online catalog, please ask for it. If we don't have the item you need, we would be happy to help you find it.
It wasn't just a little bit of soot on an old family photo. It wasn't just a couple of books soaked in water. And when you called Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration, you were not just another customer. That family photo hangs high yet again, and those irreplaceable first editions stay cemented in history. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Looking for a new work experience? Fox and ABC Bangor are partnering with local employers to feature the best local job opportunities, like this one.
Tyler came to Nitro Trailers a little over 4 years ago as a production welder, and throughout his time here, with hard work, determination, positive attitude, coachable, Tyler has advanced many positions throughout that short amount of time. He's been a huge asset to the company. Really enjoy having Tyler here and hope to have many more like him in the future.
I'm gonna make this right.
You can tell me the truth.
Here we go. Your full weather is brought to you by Thornton Brothers in Lincoln. Buy a new or used Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, or Ram vehicle from us today. You make the drive, we'll make the deal. And we're talking about a wintry mess coming our way. I know with temperatures near 40 today, it doesn't feel like it, but there is a combination of rain, freezing rain, sleet, and some snow on the way. In fact, the snow could be locally heavy on Thursday afternoon. You can't get snow with temperatures like this, right? 41 here in Bangor today, 40 Bar Harbor, the average high being 28. All of us were above that today and again tomorrow before some colder temperatures get in here on Thursday. Okay, little to no wind out there pretty much all day long. This could give us a little bit more dense fog again tonight, as we already have it out there now. Visibility is reduced across the region with some light fog and also some light drizzle in spots, so be careful driving tonight. Temperatures are above freezing and will stay that way overnight, so no freezing, but you know driving in fog is not fun. Okay, so lots of light rain showers across the region today. There's an increase in intensity tonight and coverage as there's just a little moisture coming our way, right? So this whole thing, and it is a huge system across the Great Lakes and the Midwest and the South, all pretty much moving in our direction very slowly. So we're going to deal with this thing tomorrow, also for Thursday into Friday, a 2 to 3 day event on the way with some rain and snow showers, ending as pretty good snow for some areas on Thursday. And behind that, there's actually more. So a very active storm track kicking in for the rest of this week and the next week as well. Okay, so for tonight, here's tomorrow morning, looking at temperatures in the 30s, all rain with some light rain showers. Tomorrow morning, same story. We'll likely get a break in the action for several hours through tomorrow, just cloudy with some drizzle, before some more moisture comes in tomorrow evening. And this is the one that could mix with a little bit of snow, not a lot, just a little snow tomorrow night. The bulk of the heavier snow gets in here on Thursday, and that could easily be a few more inches of snow, especially on Thursday afternoon, as the temperatures drop into the 20s on Thursday afternoon. So the snow is going to look like this, right? So the rain will look like this. Temperatures above freezing tonight, giving us all rain tomorrow. We could see a quarter to a half inch of rainfall, but it's not going to all be rain on Thursday. It'll be some snow in there as well, and the snow projections are beginning to come up just a bit here. We're talking about a widespread 2, 3, 4, 5-inch snowfall on the way, beginning late Wednesday night and through much of Thursday into Thursday afternoon. Okay, so our forecast then tonight, though, is scattered rain showers out there, some drizzle and fog, too. Look for low temperatures above freezing, near 36. For tomorrow, all right, here we go. So mostly cloudy, a couple sprinkles, many dry hours tomorrow, with high temperatures near 44. The last day will do that for a while. And then looking ahead, your 5-day forecast shows tomorrow we get wet with some light drizzle and light rain showers, changing over to all rain and then a mix of snow late Wednesday night into Thursday. That snow could be heavy on Thursday afternoon. Then we dry out for Friday with temperatures hanging out in the 30s over the weekend. Beth?
All righty, Jeff. Thanks so much. Well, sports is coming up next with Tyler Cruz. Keep it right here.
Find meaningful work in direct care, no matter where you are in life.
The difference that you make in somebody else's life is absolutely incredible.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
Roto-Rooter has served the greater Bangor area and beyond for 35 years, offering plumbing, hydrojetting, snaking, descaling, video inspection, and grease interceptor cleaning services. For all your residential and commercial clogs, call Roto-Rooter today, 990-1234.
And away go troubles down the drain. Roto-Rooter.
When you're ready to tackle your next building project, no matter how big or small, depend on Hammond Lumber Company for the products and services you need. The knowledgeable staff at Hammond Lumber will be with you every step of the way and keep your project on schedule. From free estimating and project planning to design and drafting services, an extensive product inventory with a wide variety of brands to choose from, and of course, Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire. Hammond Lumber Company, your building project partner.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm one of the heat pump consultants at Dave's World. We are Maine's leader in heat pump installations because we have an awesome team that is dedicated to an awesome experience, and we are backed by Mitsubishi products. It's easy to promise awesome, but it is another thing to deliver on awesome. There are so many solutions for every home. The goal is to solve problems and find what's right for the customer. You have heating and cooling problems, we will solve them from start to finish. Dave's World, awesome.
Find meaningful work in direct care, no matter where you are in life.
The difference that you make in somebody else's life is absolutely incredible.
Visit caringforme.org to learn more and make an impact through a compassionate career.
My best life is when I have dragons to slay.
Something awful's bound to happen.
911 Lone Star, January 17th on Fox.
Welcome back in, everyone. Thank you for staying with us. By now, you have all seen the clips, some scary scenes from Monday Night Football, with Bills safety Damar Hamlin collapsing due to what the league has now said was a cardiac arrest. Hamlin is still in critical condition, but NFL Network reported earlier on Tuesday that he is now only on 50% oxygen rather than 100, so an improvement from Monday. But ever since the injury, there has been ample support from in and out of the football community. A GoFundMe for his annual toy drive Hamlin puts together has now reached nearly $5 million in donations. All 32 NFL teams have adopted a picture of Hamlin's jersey with "Pray for Damar" written on the nameplate, and several Patriots players voicing their support on social media. And as we said earlier, the football became secondary at the moment on the field on Monday, and the life of a young 24-year-old man is now in the forefront of everybody's minds. All right, let's move on now. Let's hit the ice. Maine men's hockey was back out this weekend, kicking off the second half of their season. And after ending the first half with 4 straight wins, it was a less than ideal start to the final stretch of the year. Ryan Sudol has more.
The last time we talked to Maine men's hockey, the team was apprehensive about their 2-week-long break.
You know, it would have been nice not to have the break at the time we did, to be honest.
That's because the Black Bears were on a 4-game win streak, and that momentum came to a halt. It showed this weekend as they went winless in 2 games against Colgate.
That probably wasn't the smartest thing for scheduling wise for me. That's on me.
Some of us needed a break a little bit, rest the body, but rest isn't rest if you're not resting as far as stretching and active resting. And some guys might have just stay on the couch and not do much.
Regardless of how players may have spent their breaks, it yielded a 5-2 loss in Friday's game against Colgate. Coach Ben Barr gave his team an F.
We have to have a real high intensity level. We got what we deserved. Colgate played much harder than us on Friday night, and we weren't good enough in any aspect.
Saturday's game ended in a shootout loss. Despite that, Barr considerably upped his grade, but not without critiques.
More of a B minus, actually. Our execution was still not very good. At least our effort was better, and we gave ourselves a chance to win. When our effort's good, we're in every game.
Their need for that effort is getting vital. After this weekend's series against Anchorage, it's all conference games from there. As for how they can improve, the Black Bears are honing in on battling with the puck.
If we're not ready to win our one-on-one battles in the corners and on the walls and that kind of stuff, we're an average team. So that's what we have to get back to in order to be successful.
And the Black Bears will look to flex their muscles in this weekend's series, their first home games in over a month.
I'm excited. Just having that Alphon atmosphere, it's going to be totally different. I think we're going to have everyone on our side here.
The fans that come to every game, we really appreciate those guys. So I'm just excited to play in front of these guys and hopefully give them a show that they'll like.
Reporting for ABC 7 Fox 22, I'm Ryan Sudol.
Thanks for that, Ryan. Looking forward to see what they can do back in the Alphon this weekend. All right, let's head to some high school sports now. A big night of basketball on Tuesday. We will start in Brewer with the first across-the-river battle of the year. Bangor girls took home a 65-30 victory, so we'll go to the boys now again in Brewer. Packed house for this one, fans from both teams showing out. We'll start in the second. Bangor down early, but they are fighting. They get the steal on the full-court press, and Ryan Ford gets the bucket for the Rams. On the other end now, in the nose of the defense, Brock Flagg nails the long-range jumper for Bangor. Nice pass here from Caden Thomas is going to find Matt Holmes. He finishes for 2, but after that, it was really all Brewer. A 3-point bucket here from Evan Neto in the corner. He buries that one, and then it's Brock Flagg. Nice pass here to Cam Hughes. Hughes connects, and then on the fast break, you guys know this guy. It's Brady Saunders from Hughes. He's going to take it in for the lay. Brewer wins big, 86-29 is the final. All right, let's head down to Newport for some girls action. Lawrence Bulldogs visiting the Nokomis Warriors. Let's start in the end of the third. Lawrence Allison Higgins into Hope Bouchard, who gets it to Lily Gray. She hits a sweet turnaround jumper. Lawrence leads after 3. Fourth quarter, Lawrence with an errant pass. It gets tipped around, picked up by Nokomis' Cameron King. She goes coast to coast, takes it to the hole 4-2. Midway through the quarter, it's Hope Bouchard again. She brings it up, kicks to Elizabeth Cromit. Cromit nails the corner jumper. And then check out this full court pass from Hope Bouchard to Brianna Poulin. She knifes her way through the Warrior D, lays it in off the glass. Poulin the high scorer. Bulldogs win it 49-38. Now let's move on to the stable for the last game of the night. Hampton Academy Broncos. They are looking to rebound. They're hosting the Blue Devils from Lewiston. We'll start this in the second quarter. Neck and neck here. Deion Jackson is going to take it to the hole, and he gets the bucket. A big second quarter for Lewiston. Defense coming through now. Jabril Holloman gets it and flies to the hoop on the fast break. I thought he was going to dunk that one. The Devils would finish the half on a 15-1 run. Isaac Shannon with the bucket here. Nice tough jumper to go. Gets the shooter's roll. Hamden would fight back in the second half, though. Landon Gabrick is going to get the ball here off the triangle offense. He knocks down the fadeaway jumper, but Lewiston was too much. They'd win it 49-41. All right, let's head over to some baseball now. They didn't get the big deal done, but the Red Sox and Rafael Devers did agree on a one-year deal to avoid arbitration. The Red Sox and their all-star homegrown third baseman have agreed to a $17.5 million contract for the 2023 season to avoid an arbitration hearing. If they don't extend him further, Devers will still be a free agent after this season. At 26 years old, he was one of the best hitters in the MLB last year. I think after trading Mookie Betts and letting Alexander Bogaerts walk, you really have to extend Devers. And the fact that they came to this agreement here to avoid going to court shows that the two sides are indeed in talks and making some progress. All right, that's all the time we have for sports. Be right back after the break.
Oh, that feels so good. What a sweetheart. I'm so lucky.
These socks are so soft. And her feet don't smell? These would be perfect for hunting season.
Moisture wicking, odor resistant, hypoallergenic, softer than cashmere, and warmer than wool. Get your alpaca socks and more at the Blue Alpaca. Feel the difference.
Hey babe, can I borrow these socks?
When the Katahdin General Store wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Come to the KG for fishing, hunting, and camping supplies, souvenirs, unique gifts, apparel like Lazy One, fresh sandwiches and baked goods, the beer cave, liquor, and a variety of takeout items.
Don't cry, don't whine. Get yours where I got mine. At BB's Tattoo Company, 262 Moosehead Trail, Newport.
Welcome to your family fun entertainment center, Movie Rocket Entertainment Galaxy. Movie Rocket has newly renovated cinemas, and the Starcade features all the best video and arcade games around. Movie Rocket, 268 Odland Road in Bangor, and at movierocketbangor.com. Pro football fans, it's You Pick'em NFL, the Pro Football Challenge from Fox 22. Go to foxbangor.com, click on You Pick'em, and go to You Pick'em NFL. Make your picks, and you could be the weekly winner of a gift certificate from Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor. Brought to you by Chase's Family Restaurant in Bangor, Proudy Auto Body in Dover Foxcroft, Twin City Tile and Brewer, and Twin City Tint in Brewer. Compete all season long for the grand prize trip for two to Hawaii. It's You Pick'em NFL at foxbangor.com.
This is Sheldon Cooper's theory of relativity.
All right.
F is family.
We have family business to discuss.
We're getting a puppy?
No.
Then I'm not sure I care. X is love.
Sweet dreams. Love you.
Love you too, because you're my mom.
Young Sheldon 5 times a week.
On Fox 22.
Wait for it, wait for it. Wow! Oh, my!
Congratulations, you are the champion.
Let the celebration begin.
Well, whether you you've already started or want to kick off the new year saying no to alcohol, you're not alone. More and more people are starting off the year by taking part in Dry January. And a bar in Milwaukee is crafting up delicious non-alcoholic beverages for those hoping to avoid the booze. Fox's Ashley Sears takes us there.
At 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee, you don't have to drink booze to belly up to the bar.
Mocktails are no longer just juices and pop or seltzer waters.
From mocktails to non-alcoholic beers, more sober options are available, making it more welcoming for people who choose to ditch the booze.
I think that more people are reflecting and taking a little break as they kind of recalibrate and really begin the new chapter in their upcoming year.
It's a trend that's been growing each year. More people are participating in Dry January. For 31 days, they're choosing to abstain from alcohol. Eric Kennedy has been sober for more than 7 years and has helped inspire some of the non-alcoholic drink choices at the Market Hall.
Surround yourself with a support system.
A new study shows even just 1 month alcohol-free has a lasting impact. People had better sleep, less anxiety, and more energy. They saw significant improvements in metabolic health, even without changes to diet or exercise.
It's been the best life decision for me.
For Kennedy, it's a life change, encouraging others to do it for as long as it feels right.
Take it one day at a time.
Well, actor Jeremy Renner undergoes surgery after suffering blunt chest trauma and orthopedic injuries from a snow plowing accident. A rep for the Avengers star said Renner remains in critical but stable condition, adding he's in intensive care. In the statement, the rep thanked the first responders and the outpouring of love from his fans. The accident occurred Sunday outside Reno, Nevada, where the Hollywood star owns a home. Local authorities confirmed Renner had to be flown by helicopter to a nearby hospital. He was the only person injured. Police are investigating the accident. Well, switching gears now, LEGO starts off the new year releasing 6 new Super Mario sets. This is part of LEGO's collaboration with Nintendo, creating the collections together since 2020. Prices for the sets range from $5 to $65. One set based off a pink walrus includes more than 550 pieces, and that is sure to keep the children building it occupied. I should say so. And finally tonight, gyms might start to get packed again as people try to carry out their New Year's resolutions for weight loss. Cleveland Clinic psychologist Dr. Susan Albers has some tips to help you keep those resolutions. She says to make small and realistic goals for yourself, such as walking outside for 30 minutes every day. Instead of following trendy diets, simply be mindful of what you eat and how much. Don't be too hard on yourself if you can't reach your goal instantly. Albers also says, quote, change is a process and you should be patient with yourself. That is some excellent advice there. Here's hoping that everyone's resolutions get off to a successful start and just keep going. Alrighty, folks, well, that is going to do it for us from everyone here at Fox 22 News. Take care, and we'll see you right back here tomorrow night at 10.